So I want to talk to y'all about something that happened to me recently that I think, you could possibly use in your own life. I'd heard a few different podcasts talk about this concept, and that included a neurologist that had lost her partner, and she was talking about this concept of asking for signs from your lost loved ones to basically help you feel like they're still with you. And I heard one podcast in particular say you should choose a number sequence and an animal and use that as like your signs to look for from your loved one. And the animal should be an animal that you don't see all the time. And that way it's more rare for you to be able to just see it in your everyday life. I've been going through a really big life transition. And I'm about to take a pretty big risk that I would say my dad actually inspired. And I've done a lot of prayer over it. And like I said, my dad has been an inspiration for me taking a big leap in my life. And it's been very anxiety provoking. And I was like, I'm going to do this and just see if he's watching over me or if I'm on the right path. So I chose a number sequence and I used my dad's death date because something really significant happened to me the day before his 10th anniversary date. And so I figured it was a significant date. So I did that. And then I chose a white horse. And that was kind of a random choice. I wrote a story about a white horse when I was in elementary school and it won a ribbon at the fair. And my dad also had a horse growing up. So that's why I chose that. And I tell y'all, within 24 hours of me doing that, I was listening to an audiobook, shout out Sheena Shea's memoir, and she mentioned the date within 24 hours of me choosing it. In her book, I was listening to it while I was laying in bed. So I heard the date within 24 hours. 24 hours after that, I was listening to Christy Brinkley's memoir, and she talked about seeing a white horse in the book. So that's twice in 48 hours. It was Thanksgiving right after that, and I traveled to Virginia to see my in-laws, and me and my husband were looking through a travel magazine that his mom had given us to look through for Jackson Hole, and so we saw a picture of a white horse. When I got back home, I have a book club, and we decided we're going to do an ornament exchange for our book club meeting. So I had to go to Hobby Lobby and look for an ornament. In the ornament section was a white horse ornament that I ended up buying, putting in my tree next to an ornament that I bought for my dad. And then the next day I saw a white horse in a post on Facebook. So I basically had all these sightings within a very discrete period of time. And then I was actually listening to TikTok, and I was following a girl from The Bachelor. I'm a big Bachelor fan, if you know that about me. And she was talking about the Chinese zodiac, and she was saying how 2025 was the year of the snake, and it was basically about shedding roles that don't serve you. And then she said that 2026 was going to be the year of the horse, and that it was about reinventing yourself. And so, like I said, this big life change that I'm going through is very similar to that. So when she said the thing about the year of the horse, it seemed to be very fitting for what I was going through at the time. So I don't know if like that's something that interests you. And to be honest, I'm not usually that woo-woo, and this might seem a little woo-woo to you, but it did give me a lot of comfort, especially when I had that many signs in that probably a week's time. So I think it's worth doing. I think it helps you feel closer to the person that you lost, and it kind of makes you feel like a little bit of a God wink that, you're on the right path. Your person has your back. And I think it continues to facilitate a relationship with your loved one in death. So just wanted to share that. Happy holidays, everyone.